So, have you ever had those relationships, the ones where you just feel drained, like you just plugged into a power outlet and it's not working, right? You're still at like 1% battery no matter how much sleep you get. And it's not always the big blowouts. Sometimes it's those little energy leaks that really wear you down.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's what we're diving into today. How to spot those energy zappers and how to break free, how to choose you.
Yeah, it's so important to realize those little energy leaks, those small things, they can be just as damaging as those big relationship blow-ups.
Totally, totally. And you know what? To guide us on this little deep dive, we're turning to an episode of Real Talk with Lady T called Breaking Free, Leaving Relationships That Drain You.
Love that title.
Right? And don't let the 9 minutes fool ya. This episode is jam-packed with wisdom from Lady T, she's amazing, and her co-host, Mr. Tee-Riffic.
He's great too.
Oh yeah, they're a great duo. And they don't waste any time. They jump right into those red flags, those telltale signs that a relationship, well, it might be doing more harm than good, and really how to spot them.
Yeah, because sometimes those signs, they're super subtle, right?
Yes.
We can brush them off, we make excuses for them, but, recognizing them, that's like the first step.
Totally. You've got to see those red flags.
Mhm.
And they highlight several, but I want to hit on a few that really stood out to me.
Yeah.
And the first one, feeling completely wiped out after being around someone. You know that feeling, right?
Yeah.
It's like all your energy, poof, gone.
And it's not just a feeling, right?
Right.
There's actual science behind it. When you're stressed, and let's be honest, a draining relationship, that's stress.
Big time.
Your body, it's releasing all these hormones like cortisol.
Oh, I've heard of that one.
And over time, high levels of cortisol, it's not good.
Yeah, not good at all.
It can lead to anxiety, can't sleep, your immune system says, see ya.
Yeah.
It can be rough.
It wears you down, like slowly chipping away at you.
Exactly.
Wow, I never thought of it that way, but it makes so much sense. And speaking of anxiety, that's another big one that Lady T and Mr. Tee-Riffic point out. Like, if you feel that anxiety creeping up around a specific person, pay attention.
Big time.
Our emotions, they're trying to tell us something.
They are. They're like, hello, pay
Yeah.
attention. Those energy zapping connections, as Lady T calls them, they trigger our stress response, even if we don't realize it.
It's like a silent alarm going off.
Exactly.
And another one, I gotta say, losing interest in stuff you used to love.
Yeah.
Your hobbies, like your passions, they fade away. Even just hanging out with friends or those simple things, they're not as enjoyable.
Yeah, it's like all the color gets drained out of life.
It's true. It's like, where'd the joy go? Right. And
Yeah.
this is where Lady T gets real about self-care, which, listening to those feelings, the exhaustion, the anxiety, it's not dramatic. It's about you.
It's about time someone said it.
It's about putting yourself first. And this is huge. Prioritizing your needs is not selfish.
It's essential.
Yeah.
I am nodding my head vigorously over here.
I think so many of us struggle with that, right? Feeling guilty for putting ourselves first. But like Mr. Tee-Riffic says, sticking it out, hoping things magically change, that can have some serious consequences for your happiness and your own growth.
Oh, absolutely. It's like being stuck in a rut,
It's like that slow cooker of negativity just simmering away.
And it's not just happiness either. It's your sense of self. You're constantly pouring your energy into something that's not giving back. It's like it chips away at your self-esteem, your confidence.
Yes. You start to doubt yourself. Like, am I even good at anything?
It's like dimming your own light.
To make someone else brighter, yeah.
And you deserve to shine.
We all do.
So we've seen the drain, right? We're like, okay, those red flags, I get it. But now what?
Right. Like, how do we actually break free? It can feel so overwhelming.
Totally. It's that whole easier said than done thing.
Yeah.
But one thing that Lady T and Mr. Tee-Riffic talk about that I really love is how they give you actual tools, not just, oh, go find your inner peace.
Right. Like practical steps.
Exactly. And one of the biggest ones is journaling.
Oh, journaling. See, I'm a big journaler.
Me too.
Whenever I'm trying to make a tough decision, I swear putting pen to paper or, typing it out, it helps organize all those thoughts.
100%. Mr. Tee-Riffic calls it like, get clear for clarity.
I love that. And it doesn't have to be this big, long thing, right?
No. Just jot down the reasons.
Yeah.
Why are you stepping back? What's draining you?
Like, get specific. What are you hoping to gain? It's
Yeah.
so easy to get caught up in the emotions of it all.
Oh, totally.
But if you have that list, those reasons staring back at you, it's like, wait a minute.
It grounds you.
Yeah. Because those doubts will creep in.
Oh, they do. Especially if someone's maybe, playing the guilt trip a little.
Oh, 100%. And then once you've got that clarity, it's communication time.
Yes. That open, honest dialogue, even though scary, right?
So scary. It's tempting to just like ghost, disappear.
Oh, 100%. Or sugarcoat it,
But I love how Lady T and Mr. Tee-Riffic, they're all about that kindness and respect. It's not about blame.
No, it's about you and your needs.
Exactly.
It's not like, here's a list of all the things you do wrong. No, it's, this is how I feel and this is what I need.
Yes. I've noticed that when we're together, I feel drained. I need to honor myself. And that means creating some space.
Boom. Boundaries.
Boundaries. See, that's the thing. I'm all about boundaries in theory, but setting them.
Oh, it's hard.
So hard, especially for us people pleasers out there.
We want everyone to be happy.
Right. But Lady T, she's like, boundaries are not about controlling the other person. They're about protecting your energy.
Yes.
And they had this great example on the episode. I think it was Mr. Tee-Riffic. He was talking about someone who kept texting, calling, even after being asked for space.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, you can politely but firmly reinforce that boundary. Hey, I hear you reaching out. I appreciate that. But I need you to respect my need for space right now.
So good. And, even when we do all that, even when we're like, okay, I'm handling this with grace, I'm being clear, breakups or even just creating distance, it's never easy.
It's so emotionally messy.
The messiest.
It's true, though. It can be so hard. It really is like a messy breakup, even if you're not, fully breaking up.
It is. It is. But what Lady T and Mr. Tee-Riffic talk about is that you're going to feel a lot of things at once. Sadness, but also like relief. Totally normal.
Like a weight off your shoulders,
Yeah.
kind of, even though you might be bummed out, too. It's bittersweet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's where a lot of people get tripped up, right? They're like, wait, I'm making the right choice. Why am I sad? But it's okay.
It's like you're allowed to grieve what you thought the relationship could be, even if it wasn't actually that. It's still a loss.
Totally. Totally. And don't beat yourself up for it. Let yourself feel those feelings, all of them.
Don't bottle it up. Because let's be real, we've all been there trying to get over it like it's nothing. But sometimes you got to just, sit with it for a minute.
100%. And this is where, again, Lady T and Mr. Tee-Riffic come in with the great advice. Lean on your people.
Your people.
Friends, family, therapy.
Oh, therapy.
Yeah.
Yes. Such a good reminder.
Don't be afraid to reach out. Like, it's not a sign of weakness at all.
It takes strength to ask for help.
Exactly. Think of it like you're training for a marathon. Therapy is like your coach. It's going to help you go the distance.
I love that. Because it's true. You don't have to go through this alone. And it's not about, fixing something that's broken. It's just, taking care of yourself.
Investing in yourself.
Yes, because
Yeah.
you deserve to be around people who light you up.
100%.
Yeah.
And sometimes, to make room for those people, you got to let go of the ones who are dimming your shine.
It's true. You got to make space for those good vibes. It's like Lady T says, you deserve those sunshine relationships, not the storm clouds.
Yes. The kind of people that make you feel like the best, most energized version of yourself.
The people that make you want to go out and crush it.
Yes. And when you have those people in your life, when you set those boundaries, choose yourself. That's how you build those truly fulfilling relationships.
It's about knowing your worth.
100%.
And having the courage to say, you know what, I deserve a relationship that makes my heart sing.
Yes. Sing aloud.
So here's to choosing ourselves, setting those boundaries, and finding those relationships that make life a whole lot brighter. Thanks for diving in with us today. And hey, we'll catch you in the next episode.